Hey everybody, it's Booster Pack Reveal. In this video, I'll be talking about understanding floor prices and the listings in NBA Top Shot. Before I continue this video, I just want to remind everyone that this is not financial advice. Please do your own research and invest at your own risk. This is for entertainment purpose only. Alright, for those who don't know, I go by the Top Shot user ID Early Adopter. That's the same username I use for the Discord on the NBA Top Shot channel. Alright, so let's just get into this video. Alright, so slide number 1. What is the meaning of floor prices? So the meaning is really self-explanatory. It's just basically the bottom lowest ask price in the marketplace. So if you go to let's say I'll use this as an example. Onyenka, he's a rookie. So if you look at the listings, you can see that there's a lowest ask price here at 220, and then you have a lot more listings here. So these are basically the floor prices. It's what dictates the lowest ask in the listing. Okay. Number 2, how do floor prices work with listings? So I'm going to show you guys 5 different examples of different players and different circling count. We got like 4,000 LEs, we got 7,500 LEs, we got 15,000 LEs, and you got 35,000 plus CCs. So let's get started with the first one. The first one I have right now is Onyenka. So as you can see, there are only 69 collectors at the moment and 69 for sale. So this is considered a very low listing, and the reason for that is because a lot of those moments were not it was not introduced in packs yet, so there was only a few packs that were distributed out, and there's still 3,500 left in that are minted but not in packs. So in order to find this information, you have to go to evaluate.market, go to moments, and search up the player and the type of moment. So with this data, we can see that there's only 10% that's been owned, and we still have a lot of moments to be distributed. So this one is going to take a while for the price to find a fair value, and it takes time for it to be valued fairly by the majority of the users on Top Shot. So this will take a long time for the price to find that happy medium or that fair value. Okay, so the next player I'm going to show you guys is Lebron James. This is his 35,000 CC. So as we can see that there are only 7% that are in packs left, but these packs here can increase because we have around 24,000 moments that haven't been placed in packs yet, and these are most likely going to be paired with future drops, such as like Cool Cats Drop 3 and 4 and other types of unique sets. Okay, so we only have 24% that's owned. So let's go to the marketplace and see what the price is at right now. So it does say 200 as the lowest ask. So I'm going to go ahead and search up LeBron James here. It's going to sort it out by the lowest ask. So right now it's going for 205, and there are 1,227 listings. So if we click on here, we can see that there's quite a bit of listings. Anything over 1,000 I consider a lot. So obviously it's going to take a long time for the price to move up. It all depends on how many listings there are and the floor prices, like what we talked about earlier. So obviously if all these floor prices, let's say the 200 range, all get bought up, it moves to the next level, which is the next highest price, which could be like 300 or 310. So obviously when you clear that lowest ask, it moves to the next highest lowest price, right? And that usually what dictates the price movement in the marketplace, if you guys are wondering how prices are moved. So going back to the evaluate.market, it's going to take quite a bit of time for the total percentage to increase near 100%. So I would take some time with or wait a bit for this to reach to roughly 85 or 90% in order for you to purchase your moment at a fair price. So just remember, the more people that own these, they are more willing to list it on the marketplace, and they will all dictate that fair value. Okay, so the next player is Lamello Ball. This is his latest one. This is his rising star. So let's take a look at the marketplace right now quickly. Okay, so we got Lamello Ball, the rising star. As you can see, there's 418 and it's priced at 4,000 right now. And let's take a look at the serial listings here. So as we can see, we have the lowest ask at 4,000. So obviously someone here is trying to lowball to make a quick sale. You got one at 4,400, and then yeah, so you just have to look at the average lowest ask price, and obviously 4,000 doesn't really reflect the actual price, because there could only be like possibly one listing at 4,000 just because someone wants to make a quick sale. So you just have to look at the average listing and how many are listed in that same range. So we have like a few already that are at 4,390. So it seems like a lot of people are just flipping right now, and that's just causing like the price fluctuation. You got one that's at 198. So obviously when that 4,000 gets bought up, the next lowest ask will probably be the 4,198. So going back to the evaluate.market, you can see that it's owned 86% are owned. So there's no more in that are not minted and not in packs, and there's 283 in packs. So these could possibly be owned by NBA Top Shot, because they do set aside a few. They do allocate some packs for promotion purpose, and other marketing purposes as well. So let's just assume that all those packs were distributed to everyone. So basically we have 86% that are owned. So right now the prices will fluctuate on the marketplace until we have more buyers that will buy up all the lowest ask price, and that will increase the price for that listing. Okay, the next one I'm going to show you guys is Kevin Durant. This is his 7500 LE. His lowest ask price is 713 right now. So let's take a look at the marketplace. So the reason why I'm showing all these examples is just because they all range from different circling account, and I just want to show you that relation when it comes to how many are owned by users and how many are listed. So all these factors do play a role when you mix the three with the lowest ask price, which is the listing. You have the floor prices, which is how many are priced at that lowest price, and then you have the total amount of people that own it, and also with how many are left for in packs. So those are all those key factors that all work together. So let's take a look at Kevin Durant. And we're looking at the 7500. So as you can see, the lowest price right now is 711. And there are only 468 listings. So obviously the lower the amount of listings, the faster it takes for floor prices to move up. But 468 still consider I would consider like anything less than 100, where you would actually see floor prices move up faster. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the listings here. So we're just going to quickly skim through it. So we have some at $799, $898, $850, and then I think so. There's quite a few that in that range, and obviously the more buyers, the more these would be taken out of the market and held by collectors. So the people who are actually buying these right now are more likely collectors, because people who are new to the space will have a hard time just justifying spending $700 on one moment, right? So these are for more experienced people that have been in the market for a while, and they know how the market works. So it just takes time for for there to be more buyers than sellers, and that's where we will see the listings deplete and fall. It will gradually decrease over time when there's more user growth and more people that are buying. Okay, so going back to Kevin Durant, so you can see that it's 95% owned right now, and there's still 344 in packs. So that means, there could be some people that didn't open their base set packs, and that's fine. I think the key importance is seeing how many that are owned. This usually dictates that the market will eventually rebound. And I forgot to show you guys these the sales data and volume trend. So as you can see, like, the prices have been in this range for a while. We haven't seen anything turn up yet, and you can also see that the volume has dropped since March 12th to March 14th. When it comes to time, there's going to be more buyers in and more price appreciation. It just takes a while for us to see this happen, and the likelihoods of these prices turning up are much greater than those with the higher circling count, like the 35,000. So definitely going to see these lower limited edition circulation getting bought up, and eventually we'll start seeing a price reversal towards the upside, right? So we just have to remember, a lot of these prices won't be moving as fast as before, like in January and in February, just because there's more users in the space now and there's more supply out there. So it gives more people options on what they want to purchase. So it just takes a while. Everything comes down to time and the growth of the user space. Okay. All right. And the last one I want to show you guys is Steph Curry. So he's another good example. There's only 96% that is owned. There's 307 in packs, which I'm assuming that they're still in those base set packs that people haven't opened and plan to hold for the long term, right? So we can see the price is at 415. If we just quickly go to the marketplace, we can just search them up. And then we just sort it by the lowest ask, and we're gonna look at the 7500 LE. So there's 544 listings. So it's gonna take some time for a lot of these moments to be bought up. And yeah, there's gonna be a lot of times where people will relist it, but the most important thing to know is that there are collectors out there that are holding the long term. Not everyone is a flipper. So obviously the ones that get bought up don't get listed again. So it depletes the listing numbers, and it'll slowly decrease over time. Okay, so that's just another example. Okay, so let's go to number 3. Sorry if I took along with that. I just want to show you all the different examples. I think it's important that you guys see all the different types of moments and their circling count. Okay, so number 3, where can you find opportunities? So like I said again, the opportunities are the ones where you can find the lowest listing price. So if you go to the marketplace, let's go back here, and let's just focus on Series 2 right now, because I feel like that's where most people are focused on. Series 1, there's a lot of opportunity just because the listings are a lot lower. So actually, let me show you guys quickly for the common Series 1. So as you can see, a lot of these listings are almost below 100, or like 200 to and below. So obviously these ones wouldn't take too much time for the price to increase or appreciate, just because there's a lot less listings and they can be bought up much faster. So like we talked about the lowest floor price, if those get bought up, it moves to the next level. So I'm going to show you guys an example. So I'm going to sort it based on the most expensive players here. Okay, so let's take a look at Zion's block. This is his common moment, and there's only 64 listings. So do you remember when I talked about how the lower the listings, the more likely that these floor prices will be bought up and pushed up? So right now the lowest ask is 7,600, right? So we're going to look at the next level, which is most likely 777, right? So let's just assume that this is the next level. So obviously there's like a huge price increase of $177, and all it takes is like a few people just to buy all these, and then the price would just move back up. So this is a great example of showing you guys that how when a lot of these moments are bought by collectors and not relisted, it pushes the floor prices up higher. Okay. So yeah, this is a good example of finding an opportunity in Series 1. So for Series 2, your great opportunities are more likely in the lower circling count moments, especially the LEs. So I'm going to sort it by the highest price. So obviously the ones that are going to see the most price increase are the ones with the 4000 LE, the rookies. So these are the ones that you're going to see the price move up first before everything else. And then you got your LeBron James at 7500. So these are the prices that you're going to see move up before, obviously before the 15,000 or the 35,000 CCs, right? So yeah, you can see the numbers if you look carefully. At the 4,000, there's 217 listings, and these correlate with obviously the more popular rookies. So the market already dictated that Lamello, Tyrese, Anthony, James are all the top rookies that are more popular in terms of the marketplace. So yeah, it just takes a little bit of time for all these listings to slowly decrease. So I would say maybe like a month or two, we start seeing these down to like the 100 listings, and that reflects the amount of users added to the user space on the platform, and the demand for these moments when we have a buyer's market where everyone just starts buying everything. Okay. So those are like examples of opportunities where you can find deals, especially the ones with lower listings. So if you see like LeBron James 3-pointer, this will take a bit of time just because there's 1,000 listings. So I would definitely focus on accumulating listings that are much lower, because those are the ones that are going to increase over time faster than the higher listings. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. Okay, number 4. How does it affect the speed of appreciation? So like I said again, the higher the listings, the slower it takes for it to appreciate. The lower the listings, the faster, right? Okay, number 5. Waiting could be a great strategy for 35k CCs. So I'm going to show you guys an example of that. I think I have a window open already, and this was a let me see which player it was. LeBron James. So as you can see, it's worth the wait if you keep waiting for more of these moments to be listed onto the marketplace, because right now there's not too many out there. There's only 7,771, and we still have 24,000 left that are not in packs, and then you got 2,500 in packs. So some people haven't opened their packs yet, right? So yeah, there's a lot of opportunity for prices to decrease, because $200 may seem like a lot now. Just give it time when you have more listings on the marketplace. So if you go to the marketplace, let's take a look at LeBron James. Okay, so we have 1,232 listings. Over time, we're going to see like 2,000 or 3,000 listings. And then remember what I said about the higher the listings, the higher it is, the longer it takes to appreciate. And that's why we're going to see like a couple of months of these being listed at the listing amount they are at. And over time, there's going to be more collectors that will buy it and hold it versus flipping it and putting it back on the market. So we'll slowly see that number decrease over time. So if you guys saw my previous video, I mentioned something about how it's going to take a long time for prices to appreciate, and that all comes down to listings and the number of moments that are owned by owners. So if you go back here, there's only 24% that's owned. So we need to see around 95% in order for these moments to be collected by or bought up by collectors and held for the long term, right? So a lot of people are not holding things long, they're just flipping. So there's gonna be a few months of that. Okay. So yeah, like I said, LeBron James is a good example, and there's a lot more players out there that haven't been fully listed out there. So let's take an example at this spreadsheet here. Let's look at Zion actually. So I'm just searching up popular players right now. Just focus on those ones. So we're gonna look at his 35,000 CCs, or 34, 70, 50. So he's at $62 right now, right? And there's 1923 listings. Okay, so if we go to evaluate the market, let's go search up Zion. Okay, and we're gonna look at the 35,000 CC one. So it should be his dunk for Series 2. I think this could be it. Yep. So you see just 39% as owned. There's still a lot in packs that haven't been distributed yet. So this could be part of it could be part of the like Cool Cats drop, or it can be part of other special sets, or just regular common base set pack drops, right? And there's still 13,000 left. So like I wouldn't rush to buy these prices now, because over time the whole market will dictate fair value, especially when it's close to like 95% owned. So that's why it's probably a good idea just to be patient and let the market figure the price out, and yeah, you won't be blindsided by the fact that prices are dropping, because you already understand how this whole supply and demand works, right? Okay, number 6, more user growth and buyers equals faster moment consumption. So like I said again, when we have more users in the space, we have more people participating in the market. So if you go to cryptoslam.com, you can see that, let's do a quick refresh. You can see that there's still more sellers than buyers. So over time, this will flip around, but not right away. So we might see months of people selling, just because a lot of these moments are still haven't been distributed yet, and in those new packs that are eventually going to come out. So I would say like a couple months, we might still be in a seller's market, and then over time, people are going to start buying it and holding it, especially when we get closer to Series 3. And Series 3 usually starts at the beginning of January, right? So yeah, it just takes time, right? And that pretty much brings the end to my presentation. I hope you guys learned a lot from this. Just to recap everything one more time. So if you go to the one of these moments, obviously the higher that are owned, the more likely that the prices will increase over time, and reverse before the higher CCs. That's just basically what it is, right? And if you go to Series 1, there's obviously less listings, right? So the less listings mean the chances of prices will continue to move up faster, right? So right now we have 69 for Onyenka, but this is not reflected based on the total amount that are on the market right now, because there's still 3,500 packs, right? And 10% owned. So we need to see 95% owned and less, more distributed in, we should see a higher distribution of these impacts, right? So we want to see this close to 0, 95%, and yeah, and then obviously the listings will be much lower because it's a 4,000 LE. Alright, so if you guys like this video, don't forget to hit the like button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.